everyone, we're here at Alvademy. I'm here with two of my students. One of them is Mary and the other one is Juan. And we are going to introduce ourselves first so you can know a little bit more about us. So would you like to start, Juan?
Okay, thank you, Albert. I am Juan Ordaz. I am from Mexico. I am 29 years old and I am a commercial pilot here in my country, but I'm going to moving to Florida to study to become a certified flight instructor in Embry-Riddle Aviation Academy.
Thank you very much, Juan. Mary?
My name is Mariana. I'm 35 years old. I'm Brazilian and I live in New York around only 1 year.
Thank you very much. And my name is Albert. I've been an English instructor for many years and I live in Miami Beach, and I'm very happy to have Juan and Mary in this interview. I hope that you like it. Today we're going to talk about moving to or living in the United States, because like Mary said, she's living in New York, I'm living in Miami, and Juan is living in Mexico, but he's going to be moving to the United States soon. So the first question that I have for you guys is, what were some expectations you have or had about living in the United States? We're going to start with Juan.
Okay, well, I have some expectations because I would like to be in the States practicing my aviation skills and also having or taking some notes or some new skills about to fly in the United States. So my expectations are a lot because I didn't live over there. So I would like to be over there and become a pilot in the United States of America. So I would like to be in the States with my family too, because I have a daughter and I have a wife. So first of all, I am going to be over there alone, and then my family cross with me in 6 months or something like that. But I would like to be over there and taking new knowledge of the aviation in the United States.
Thank you very much. Mary?
I have some expectations about living in the US, like improve my English and to get a good job and to earn better, and maybe live here more time, like some years, I don't know, and maybe go back to Brazil after I can do it. And for my husband it's important too, because his job they will improve his resume and he can get a better job in Brazil after that.
So your expectations, you said, are to earn more money than in Brazil and move back when you have more experience and more like a good income to invest in Brazil. Is that what you said, Mary?
Yes, I don't know if we will live here forever. I don't know if I want to live here forever, far from my family, and because it's important for me to be close there.
Okay. Juan, you said that you wanted to bring your family with you, your wife and your daughter. First, you're going to come here alone. That's what you have told me in the past. And then 6 months later, you're going to bring your wife and your daughter. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, because, well, in this period of time, the 6 months, I would like to have an apartment, and I would like to have my first job in the America. And also, if they come with me in this time, it will be like a hard and a tough way, because we are not available to work over there in the States as soon as possible. So I need to wait almost like 6 months, and then they can come with me to Florida.
Well, I hope that you fulfill all of your plans and dreams in your life, and that you can bring your family over here Juan. I'm gonna talk about my expectations when before I moved here. I've been in the United States since 2014. My expectations before that were that I was going to have a better life and, like, of course, a better economy than in Mexico. It is different than Mexico. I'm from Mexico, for the people that don't know. But I miss my family, I miss my friends, and I miss my culture. I miss the food. I miss a lot of things that Mexico has to offer. So it is very difficult for immigrants, especially for people that are coming here after they're like above 21, because you already have a life in your country. And then when you move to a different country, yes, it is very different. And then you have to deal with loneliness sometimes because you don't know a lot of people, and like friends here are not like in your country. It is not about language challenge, it's about, I think, the cultural aspect. So it's just different. I don't know if you agree with me, Mary, that people here are different than in your own country.
Yes, for sure. I agree with you. It's totally different. The culture is different. And I feel that I'm never the same person that I am in Brazil and that I am here. Because I always feel like I don't know how the things works here, and I need to ask every time little things sometimes that in Brazil for me is natural, that I don't know here. And the culture is different, the people are different, so the feeling is always almost always weird. I don't know, it's like you are not in your home. You feel
Exactly.
like, I don't know, I feel that.
I agree with you, Mary. Now that you're coming to the United States, Juan, just have that in mind, that yes, you're going to miss everything about your country because it is not the same and it will never be the same. Even if you have your wife and your daughter, I think that you're going to miss everything because you're not going to have your parents, you're not going to have your close family, your close friends, and starting from scratch or from zero is like difficult. Mary, you were going to say something?
I lived in Chile before, and I felt the same. I've never feel that I'm home at home. It's different. I don't know. It's totally different.
And that's the reason that you want to go back to Brazil, right, Mary?
Yeah, I think.
Are you planning to stay in the States for a long time or just for a little time?
I don't know. I don't know how much time my husband needs because his job is important for us, but I don't want to be here to many years. I don't know.
And you, Juan, do you want to be here for a long time?
Yeah, well, actually, I planned to be in the States almost 10 years, become a captain on an airline, and then try to move to Dubai in a better job position to be a pilot in Emirates Airlines. So I hope to be in the States almost like 10 years and then move to Dubai. But that's my plan. I don't know what happened in the road.
Can you tell us why you would like to move to Dubai?
Yeah, because, well, the top of the airlines in the world, it's Emirates Airlines. So I want to be over there flying the Airbus A320. It's the biggest airplane, commercial biggest airplane in the world. So I would like to be a captain in the Emirates Airlines. So that's why I moved to the States, because here in my country with my pilot license that I have, it's a impossible to be over there. So I need to have the American license, pilot license, so it's easier than the Mexican. So that's why I moved to the States.
Well, I hope that you're, like I said before, I hope that you fulfill all your dreams and that you can reach that dream that you have to work in the United States and in Dubai.
Thank you.
I'm going to go to the next question. What is or was your worst fear about moving to the United States? We're going to start with Mary.
My worst fear about moving was and actually is the language, because for me it's a challenge to learn English, and every day is a challenge for me. Because people talk so fast, and sometimes it's too hard for me.
Okay.
And of course the fear about because I miss my family, but this I already know that I feel this every day. The worst part is that I miss my family, my country, but living here is the challenge for me is the language.
Okay. How long have you been studying English, Mary?
I started, and after I paused and started again, so maybe 2 years or a little more.
Did you start in Brazil or in Chile?
In Chile. I started in Chile, and I paused for a long time, and I returned a few months actually in the last year, when I come here. But for me it's difficult. I don't know, I have a block with the English. I always forget something, some rules, some grammar, some word, a lot of words. So
when did you arrive in the United States, Mary?
1 year ago.
Okay, so you have been living in New York City for 1 year.
Yes, but I didn't practice a lot when I arrived, because I talk with my husband in Portuguese. And I just started to work 2 months.
2 months ago.
Before that, I just practiced in school.
How long do you know before you were moving to the United States? I mean, how much time do you have before you moved into the United States? Do you understand my question?
Studying English?
No. How long do you know before you came to the United States? How much time do you have to prepare yourself for the change or for the move?
No, it was fast. Like my husband received his opportunity like 2 months before we are here.
So you didn't know that you were moving here?
No.
Your husband just told you, I have this job opportunity and we're moving to the United States. So you didn't have time to prepare yourself to study English. It was just very, very sudden. It was unexpected.
Yes.
Well, that was a good opportunity for your husband and for your husband and for you too, because you're in a different country, but with a different language.
Yes, for me too. It's a good opportunity, but it's a big challenge for me. The same when we moved to Chile, I didn't know speak in Spanish before, so we went and I learned there.
Well, you were there for 4 years in Chile.
4 years, yes.
And you didn't speak Spanish before Chile.
Nothing.
And after 4 years of living there, you speak better Spanish than English or not?
I think I speak better Spanish than English.
Were you in Spanish classes in Chile?
I did 1 month, and some private classes before, like 2 months. 1 month in a school and 1 month with the private classes, and that's it.
Wow. So Spanish is easier for you because it's more similar to Portuguese.
Yeah, it's more similar.
Even though when I hear like someone speaking Portuguese, I don't understand what they say. Like it is impossible for me to understand what Portuguese speakers say.
Yeah, it's similar, but it's different. Like
very different.
Sometimes you think you can understand something, but it's hard to. It's not the same. It's different.
Yes, I agree. Juan, what about you? What is your worst fear about moving to the United States?
Well, I supposed to have 3 fears. First of all, I think to find a place. It's a hard way to find a good place near than your place that you're gonna be, or to study or something like that. And also the monthly rates are too high, so that's the first thing, because I have my visa appointment in the next week and I don't have a place to be over there yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do, but that's the first part that my fears. The other, in the second, I think well, also the English, but not too much, because I live in a border state near to Texas, so many people speaks English, and the American people speaks Spanish too. So that's not like a lot of fear, but yes, the aeronautical phraseology, it's so different in Spanish than
in English.
Yeah, that in English. But well, that's my second fear. And also to be alone, like a long time of period of time, because well, I am like very close to my daughter, so that's my worst fear.
But you're gonna move them. I mean, you're gonna bring them with you like 6 months after you arrive here.
Yeah.
Well, that's your plan.
Yeah, it's my plan. So they have their visa appointment on 2 months also. But well, first of all, I need to be over there to prepare all those kind of stuffs, to rent a home and something like that. So buy a car and that kind of stuff that it's supposed to be like similar in Mexico, but well, yeah, I think those are my worst fears into the moving to States.
Well, I hope that you can find a place and find a good car and can move here smoothly and with no issues, and that you can bring your family as you're planning to, like in the period of time that you're having in mind.
And 6 months is a lot, right? When you have a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's plenty of time.
It will be hard for you.
No, but 6 months is just not a very long time. I hope that you
It's
can.
different. It's different. It's like it's more than 6 months. I don't know. I feel that with my niece. Sometimes
Oh my God.
I saw her like 1 month ago, and for me it's like 4 months, 5 months. I don't know. It's different.
Yeah.
So right now you have been here for 1 year, so it's like 4 years for you. Like, I mean,
Yes.
No, I saw her in April, and I miss her a lot every day.
wow, and that's your niece. Imagine your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's gonna be hard one.
yeah,
But
but well, in some cases it's part of my job because well, my wife knows that I can be a lot of time in home and something like that, but my daughter doesn't. So that's the hard part of to moving to the States. But well, I think it's part of the life.
Yeah,
In some
part of
cases.
your dreams, and
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
yeah, I hope that.
yeah, especially for pilots, like you said, because pilots are always traveling. So
Yeah,
I think that your daughter is going to appreciate your job a lot because she's going to understand that you're going far away because you're trying to provide a better life for both of them. So I think
yeah,
that she's going to be thankful in the future.
yeah, that's right.
I have another question for you guys.
Yep.
Okay, so we all moved to the United States, or well, Mary and I, and you are moving to the United States because the economies in our countries are not the best. I am from Mexico. Well, Juan and I are from Mexico, and Mary is from Brazil. Let's talk about the economy. Let's talk about salaries and cost of living. Who would like to start?
Go ahead, Mary.
In the economy in Brazil, I don't know how to explain that because we have an expensive life there, and the salary is not too much. It's like a long salary. Because that a lot of people are moving to other countries because it's too hard in Brazil. We pay a lot of tax and fees, and we don't have a good health insurance, like public insurance, and we don't have good hospitals and good schools, and we pay a lot, and it's not good because we work a lot, and our income is low, so it's very difficult for Brazilians improve their lives.
I think that in Brazil, people are experiencing a lot of poverty. Well, that's what I think, because you have a lot of favelas in Brazil, right, Mary?
Yes, we have a lot of people that are in a bad condition of money. I don't know.
Can you tell everyone, or can you tell us what a favela is in your opinion, Mary?
Favela is like a home, improvised home. I don't know. No, it's not.
What do you mean?
When you make your home with cartoons or I don't know, sometimes with cartoons.
Okay. So you're saying that
cartoon,
the material of the house,
cardboard, right?
So the material of the house is very, very fragile.
very fragile. Yeah, sometimes they used cardboard to make the home in places that they invade a
So they're
place.
not theirs. They are
No,
invading those places.
yes, or sometimes under bridges, yeah, under bridges, and they make improve, I don't know the word, so,
Improvements?
house, uh,
Yeah, I think
yes,
they make
Improvements. House
like
improvements.
yes, improvise it.
Oh, improvised. Improvised house.
Yeah,
Improvised
improvised
houses.
houses. Yeah,
Oh.
and they live there,
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
yeah, and they do they stole, I don't know how to explain that. They stole the energy, the public energy for their home. And that's it.
Well, I think that when you don't have a lot of money, you have to just do whatever you can to survive.
Yeah.
So I think that yes.
Sometimes they building their home in a improperly place, like mountains, like not mountains, like in a place
In dangerous
that,
places.
yeah, and when it rains, a lot of houses or it's damaged, like a lot of
Damaged or
people
destroyed.
yeah, destroyed. A lot of people died when it happens.
And the government doesn't regulate that?
No, because it's not the right place to building something. But they don't have to, they don't have place to go.
So the government doesn't say anything to them?
No.
So they can continue, or people continue doing that because the government doesn't tell them to stop?
Yes.
Even though it's dangerous for them?
They know that is dangerous, but they do.
Yeah, because I think there are a lot of people, right? And even if the government tried to enter to the favelas, it's like a civil war, right?
Yes, because it's a lot. There are a lot.
Yeah.
What about in Mexico, Juan? I mean, we're both from Mexico. I'm talking about Mexico City. Have you seen that in Mexico City?
Yes, I live in Mexico City almost like 4 years when I work over there, and in my opinion, I think it's the same in those capitals in the world that they have like a mixed citizens, because if you are like not a good person, but like in a high lifestyle or medium lifestyles, you can be on a good place. But also the other people that doesn't have the salaries than the other people, they live up like over there in some places are just called like the favelas term, but it's more like in cities, well, in small cities inside the big city, like Tepito, and also like I don't know the other name, Ecatepec, because they are like the downtown of the narco traffic, the smugglers, the thiefers, and something like that. And well, they are used to live like those lives, and it's common, but in my opinion, more in the center of Mexico and the southern of Mexico, not to the north. But also I saw in Tijuana, if I don't remember, in Tijuana they have a lot of I don't know if they are from Haiti or
Haiti.
Haiti or other country like Venezuela or something like that, but they have a special area for those people, and they live also like the favelas. They live near the border, and they live near the sea, and in a hazardous areas that they can be under damage, or even they can be in front of that because they don't have a regulations to those people. And I saw in those places a lot. Here in my state, in Coahuila, we don't have a lot of those problems because here in Coahuila we have a lot of industries. So with the car industry, so that's why we are in a privilege zone and something like that. But I saw more in Mexico City and even in Tijuana those problems.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's very sad what's happening all around the world, because I think that when someone doesn't have the opportunities of a good life, then they have to do anything to survive. Like I said, it's also in Miami here, we have a lot of homeless people, and I believe that in New York City, you have a lot as well. So it is very sad, and I wish we all had the same opportunities in life. But going back to the question, what is the economy like in the United States, in your opinion, Mary? Now let's go to the United States.
I don't know yet, but for me, everything's expensive here.
For me too.
And it's not what some people think, that is too easy to be here. And it's not too easy. You work a lot and you expend a lot because it's expensive. If you exchange your money to another country, it's okay. You earn a lot if you exchange to real, for example, in Brazil, because $1 is 5 reais. So, but if you expand here, it's not a lot.
Yeah, it's not.
Everything is expensive.
Yeah, the things that are more expensive, or the highest expenses that you're gonna have here, are rent. Rent is super high, both in Miami and New York City. And I think that New York City is more expensive than Miami. Talking about rent and the cost of living is more expensive there.
Yes, we are looking for an apartment, like I said before. And the studio in Manhattan, the very little studio apartment, and that we have a little kitchen and a little space to make your bedroom and living room, like $3,000
a month.
Yeah, and you need to pay broker fee and energy and internet and
exactly.
And you need to turn on the AC because it's too hot now, and the energy is expensive, and everything is expensive.
Exactly. So yes, you have a better salary, but the cost of living is higher than the salary. So at the end, sometimes you cannot even pay all of your expenses, and then you start getting in debt, in debt, in debt, in debt. And then you realize that, oh my God, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then you say, I always complained because I wanted to have a better life and a better salary. But is this really worth it? Is my work really like giving me enough satisfaction just to live, to work, and to pay my bills? Because in Mexico, I remember that I lived with my parents and I didn't have to pay a lot of things. I mean, just hanging out with my friends. And I also taught languages in Mexico, but I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't have to pay for food. So I was having a very good life. And now that I'm here, it's just the opposite. I'm just working to pay my bills. And sometimes even my salary doesn't give me enough money to pay my bills. So you have to work harder and harder and harder. And I believe that it is not just me. A lot of people are slaves to work in the United States because the cost of living surpasses the salaries. So that's why you have to share the bills with either a roommate or with other people, because you cannot do it by yourself. You cannot live here in the United States or in Miami or in New York City just by yourself. That is my opinion. Do you think the same alike, or do you disagree, Mary?
Some people can, but the quality of life is low. Like you can live in a small space, and you can not expand. I don't know. You can save some money if you just buy cheap food, like
fast food.
Like fast food, yeah, because it's cheaper. But the quality of life is terrible if you do that. Like
exactly,
you work a lot and you eat bad, and you live bad, like in a really really small space. Some people can do that, but I don't know if it's a good idea to live here like that. Um,
What do you think, Juan? How's your life in Mexico, and how do you think your life is going to be in the United States?
Well, I have like an idea because both you said, but well, here in Mexico, I have two works. One as a lawyer. Yeah, two jobs. Sorry, I have two jobs. One as a lawyer, and the other as a pilot. But in the result of those jobs, I have like an earnings almost like a $2,000 per week, per month. But I have a friends that are working in the States that amount of earnings are in they won on a week. So almost like in a week or 2 weeks, the wife, my mom's husband works on Texas, almost like 700 kilometers so far from here, from the capital, and he earns like $1,000 per week. So that's why I did almost in a half of month. So in sometimes the economy here in Mexico, it's like so rude, because it's almost like the type of life or something like that, it's higher than the others states. When I live on Mexico City, the rent, it was almost like the half of my salary. So I have my wife and something like that. So I think it's better in the States, but the amount of bills to pay and something like that is almost like yeah, I am the slave of those bills. So I think it's the same, but here in Mexico we have a very low salaries, and also the economy. Well, here in Mexico, I don't want to be deep in political issues, but the government here in Mexico, they want to pay. They want that you pay your taxes and something like that, and the taxes that they have from you, they give in some cases, like in people that doesn't work or doesn't study. So it's unfair because I work a lot and my taxes are going to be with like a guy who doesn't work and doesn't study. So it's not fair. And the government the government likes to do that, and in our constitution it's like mandatory. You must have to pay your taxes, and the government assistance give to those guys, and it doesn't matter. It's because the constitution said, and you need to accept it. So that's the problem right now with this government.
Yeah, well, all countries have problems, and as a conclusion, just before we end this interview, what is your final opinion about moving to the United States? Juan.
Well, I think it's a good way to achieve some dreams. Also, it's hard. Like, well, if the life doesn't be hard, so we are the kings and something like that. But well, I think it's part of our lives, and more here in Mexico and also in some Latin American countries, that we are like I don't know how to say, but like we are. It's normal to cross the border to be in the States. So I think it's a good way to improve ourselves.
Okay, thank you very much, Mary.
I think if it's your dream, you must try and do your best, but you need to know that it will be not easy. It's hard, but I think you can do it.
Yeah, I agree with Mary. It's going to be hard because it's a new culture, it's a new economy, it's new everything. You're gonna have more challenges because you're not an American citizen, first of all. So you're going to deal with a lot of job discrimination, that sometimes people are going to ask you for some documents or papers that you're not going to have because you're not an American citizen. First of all, you're gonna be discriminated against your nationality, and because you're gonna be an immigrant. So it is not going to be easy, like Mary said. But I also agree with Mary when she said that everything is possible. So if your dream is to come to the United States, just try it, and you're going to have your own satisfaction and your own experience. Maybe you're gonna be like a great pilot in Dubai in the future, maybe not, but at least you're trying, and that's part of your life and our lives, because if you dream something, you have to try to do it, because if you don't try, then you're just wasting your life and your time.
Yeah.
So that is my conclusion. Like Mary said, if you dream something, just go for it. Don't stop, and just work harder than everyone else so you can be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was the end of this interview. I hope that you guys watch it until the end. If not, it's okay. It was a very long interview. And well, thank you very much, Mary and Juan, for your time and for being in this interview. And well, I'll see you in classes.
Okay. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Mary. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.